Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and the holidays are upon us, and some of it came early for me because yesterday I had a big Christmas dinner with my in-laws. Because of their scheduling, they had to schedule it a couple days early. And a lot of you, and these are the questions we get on all the holidays, anyone who's on YouTube or any sort of question and answer thing, or anyone who gives fitness advice, training advice, diet advice, anything like that, people want to know what to do about their holiday binges. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you are not currently prepping for some sort of event to where your body fat is going to be critical, some sort of bikini show, some sort of bodybuilding contest, some sort of physique contest, a professional modeling shoot coming up next month, you should not be worried about 1 or 2 holiday binges. In fact, if you are extremely worried about it, you probably have some sort of eating disorder that you should get assessed. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole, I am saying that because it is true, and eating disorders are very, very common in the fitness world. And you might want to get that assessed by a professional if you're overly stressed about it. Now, as far as dealing with the binges, do not try some sort of binge and purge thing that a lot of people want to do. They'll say, well, I just won't eat any food the next day after my big holiday binge, and I'll do 4 hours of cardio and 2 hours of lifting and eat a handful of laxatives, or whatever people want to do to try to deal with it after the fact. Do not ever do that for a binge, because once you get into the pattern of doing that, you will invariably develop an eating disorder. So you don't need to deal with it that way. Again, if you're not prepping for some sort of event that is competitive or financial in nature, you shouldn't be concerned about it. Now, if you want to minimize the damage because you care a great deal about your body fat percentage, use some sane approaches. Rather than deal with it after the fact, prepare for it ahead of time. What can you do to prepare ahead of time? Train with a little higher volume the day before, the evening before. If you do an evening session before, throw in some extra sets of squats. Do some higher volume, heavier work. Increase your workload for the big muscles like your legs and back, the things that are going to use up a lot of glycogen ahead of time. Or you could take a page out of the intermittent fasting methods and just fast that morning. If you know you're going to have a big lunch and dinner with family at Christmas, just fast in the morning, have black coffee, maybe go do some training, do some high volume leg work so that you can deplete a bit of muscle glycogen so that you have a bigger sink, so that you can get away with a lot more food later that day than you normally would at those meals without storing body fat. So those are methods you can use. Or you can also do what I did, because I know I overate yesterday. I did really good. I actually, since I intermittent fast anyways, because I don't like eating in the morning, I feel better when I'm fasted. My training is more focused when I'm fasted, so it's just something that I do personally even when I'm bulking. So I went to it fasted. I didn't have my breakfast until 1 p.m. at the big Christmas dinner, and my first couple of plates, because yeah, I ate about 4 big plates, were nothing but broccoli and baked potatoes. And then I hit the good stuff after I filled up a bit on that, but I still probably ate 5,000 calories last night because all the treats and chocolate and stuff at the end really added up. So what did I do? I went to the gym and I lifted some heavy ass weights this morning. When I got out of bed, I went and lifted some heavy weight and I set PRs. In fact, I wish I would have recorded this morning session instead of Friday's session for you guys a couple days ago, because I went in, I threw 135 kilos on the incline and I hit 5 reps. That was a PR for me. I felt really good, and since I've only been doing full range of motion beltless deadlifts for about 2 weeks, and I've been doing deficit deadlifts for months, I decided, because Chris Jones says big girls need loving too, so I figured what the hell, I threw 240 kilos on and went to do beltless deadlifts. I got 3 reps. It didn't feel that bad, so I waited a couple seconds and cranked out a 4th rep. So again, a PR for me. And in fact, looking at that belt list, that should put, if I were to throw that into a calculator, I actually can probably hit beltless what I wanted to hit with a belt at my first meet coming up in a couple months over here in the UK. So that was really awesome for me. So I put all that food to good use in the gym this morning, lifting some heavy weights, using it to fuel my training and get bigger numbers. And that is something you can also do. You guys know you're going to overeat on Christmas. Schedule your biggest, heaviest session the day after so that you can use all of that training fuel to hit big numbers. Doesn't matter whether you're bulking or cutting, you're going to be able to come in and hit some big numbers because your glycogen stores are going to be full. You're going to have all that energy. Put it to use. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Mount Bicephius.